G'day YouTube, my name's Lance and welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather report, look, it's a little bit cloudy today. Last night watching TV I actually went and put something on my feet instead of my bare feet on my thongs. And so yeah, look, it's starting to cool down a bit, but I think we're about 25. I haven't quite looked exactly. I might be able to tell you with my very clever buddy app on my phone here that I forgot to look at before I started filming today. So if we swing across here, hit that, Bundaberg, 16 to 25, and it's 24 degrees at the moment. Chance of rain, 20%. I believe that when I see it. So, but anyway, look, it's not too bad. With the cloud cover, there's plenty of blue sky, but there's quite a bit of cloud coming over from the west just at the moment. So the fresh air is starting to get a little humid. So anyway, not to worry, it's still all right. We went away over the weekend to Woodgate last weekend, and look, had a great time with the nephews. But by the Monday, by the time the nephews left and the grandkids, their mum come and got them, and went to have Mother's Day do and all that sort of thing. And Monday morning, by the time it was ready to go, well, it was blowing. And so anyway, I was going to do the filming then when I didn't have to socialise. So anyway, had a great time down at Woodgate at the hotel. The caravan park behind the Woodgate Hotel is bloody good. I think it was $35 a night for a powered site. The amenities are all new and really good. And Mother's Day lunch at the pub was great. One of the nephews come up with us, and Judy and I had Mother's Day lunch up there, and nephew and his wife came up, and look, it was bloody good. Yeah, great weekend. Drunk a few beers and bloody had a bit of a yip-yahoo around, but I didn't play up too much because we had the grandkids there. So when you got responsibilities, well, you got to behave yourself a fair bit. So, but anyway, look, I had a great time, and come home, jumped on the scales and near shit myself. I thought, geez, that's no good. Bloody fat bastard, you better do something about it again. So anyway, so this week we're into it, and last Tuesday, yeah, I tied my mouth shut and got back on track. So so it's going good, I'm feeling well, and feeling good. And I think from last Monday night, when I come home after drinking all weekend and all that sort of thing, I'd put on since Christmas, about 5 kilos had gone on. So anyway, this last week, so it'll be a week tomorrow, I'll be knuckling right in, staying off the grog now and doing that, and I'm 4 kilos gone out of the way. So anyway, hopefully the journey continues, and yeah, I've caught it in time. So well, it's good playing up though. But we're having a camp down at Coona Beach. Not the nephews, it's just a mate I was best man for, and a family friend, Jody and Dave. And we're going down there on the weekend of the 14th of June. So so my plan is stay off the grog and keep my trap shut, and yeah, try and bloody behave myself. And I got no social events on, so it should be okay. But when I get to a social, I play up a bit. But anyway, that's all right. Saturday we went to in town there was a classic car show, and they invited a few of us blokes with tractors along, as in the Rum City Vintage Machinery Club, and they put a display on with some engines and things like that. So yeah, we went along to that. I drove the gold tractor up, and look, it went well. I'm going to tune her up a bit more. I reckon I can get it going better yet. But anyway, we'll see. Time will tell. But look, little tractor went well. It was yeah, they come around and said, you haven't got a number on your tractor. And I said, oh, don't worry about that. And they said, oh, there's a People's Choice thing. And I said, oh, don't worry too much about that. Trophies are good, but I don't know. I'm sort of not in favour of them. The car blokes love them, but the tractor thing, well, yeah, to get a trophy for a nice tractor. Look, and I suppose it's nice. I notice over in England and Ireland and that they do it and they love their trophies, but it's just not my thing probably. And in doing trophies and that, I've got a bit of an unfair advantage owning a tractor parts shop, so I don't sort of think it's fair really. And but anyway, so they come and put numbers on it, and my mate Paul had a big old McDonald tractor, and we were sitting there bullshitting to each other and carrying on, having a bit of fun. And they made him put one on his too. But anyway, they were telling us it was out of me and him for the bloody best tractor there. And I said, oh. Anyway, we had to go up to the presentation. So me and Paul and Rocket, we went up, and Paul won it. He got the best tractor display. And oh look, bloody beautiful old tractor. But because I was sitting there yapping to Paul, he did a walk around and he started it for me, and let me film it, so I can just show you around that a little bit. And then I went for a bit of a walk, just up and down a few rows of cars, just to give you some idea of what was there. Whether I play the sound that was there or put a bit of music on that, I'm not sure yet. It was blustery, and this Nikon camera that I'm using now, without an external dead cat on it, dead cat microphone, it does seem to be affected a lot by the noise. But anyway, I just went for a poke along with it, and yeah, just had a look at stuff. So I'm yet to edit anything. So yeah, perhaps this evening or tomorrow I'll get to edit it or something like that. We'll work out. But whether the sound's worth doing or not, I'm pretty sure the sound was probably okay with Paul starting his tractor. But as for the walk around, well, yeah, you get up on the rise a bit and it was blowing. But anyway, we'll see. So at the end there, the video of the cars may or may not have the sound of the day. It may just have a bit of music there. So we'll see what seems to fit it best anyway. Get a bit of YouTube music so we don't have copyright problems and all that sort of thing. Today's Monday, and the axle video I put out last week, or the week before might have been, no, last week, oh, the lose track. But the 135 axle video of doing the bearings and seals in the rear axles, well, over the weekend I got to finish them, and the rider, things just go to shit sometimes. You go to jump on the rider mower, and rider mower's got a flat tyre, so you go and fix that, then you're ready. Yeah, the orchard needs water. Oh, well, better go and water the orchard, and then you think, oh, well, I'll go and do these axles. So you get these axles all done, and my plan was to, that stand I made, the grey one, it fits in the tracks on that expensive splitting trolley I bought. And I've been looking at it, I'm getting ready to put the back end of the 135 together, and I want it sort of up high a bit for filming and that, so I can have it on a tripod yet get in properly, and I've been sort of buggering around trying to work that out. But anyway, I've got a flat piece of plate on top of that stand. So yesterday I drilled it all out, and today I've just been to town and got some bolts. So where the drawbar bolts on the back of the gearbox, I can mount the splitting stand there, and then I can put another stand up the front, and that'll make it nice and rigid until I need to bring the gearbox onto it and things. So, but anyway, so today, Monday morning, today was just work on the Massey. I had the video cameras and all that up. I left them all up the back here and in the shed, and we're going to video as much as we could. Putting the pinion in and setting the pinion preload, and see how far we got. One video, two videos, half a dozen if we're lucky. But anyway, as it turns out, the shit hit the fan. We had a lady, Ebony, and I spoke about her earlier. She was going away to have a baby, and she was finishing up on the 30th of May, and she saw me about a week or a fortnight ago, and we discussed it all, and then Digits accounting sort of thing, they're taking over with subcontracting the bookwork, so there's no job for her later on. And she was all happy with that apparently, and so anyway, she came and saw me a week or so ago, and she says, oh, that 30th, I think I wouldn't mind finishing up on the 17th. And I said, but look at the calendar, we've got the new people coming in, they want to have a chat to you that day, and probably the next day, about how you do things, what accounts you put where you put which dockets, and they just want to know how you run the show, so they can understand what's coming out of the MYOB and putting into zero, and we need to have a bit of a meeting, a bit of a get together for that. And she says, oh, okay. So I said, it won't be a problem. And she said, no, that's all right. And I said, well, you want to still finish at the end of the month? Well, if you say so, she says. And I said, oh, all right. And so anyway, last Sunday night, we're having dinner, and Judy's phone goes, bing, and it's Ebony. Oh, I've got a bit of a pain in the stomach. I might go up to the doctor tomorrow morning, and so I won't come to work. And we said, oh, okay then. And so we didn't hear any more. Then Tuesday comes along, and you send her a message. You coming to work today, Ebony? No, I won't be at work today. The doctor said probably a bit of rest would do me good, so I might have Tuesday off too. So I was, oh, okay. But she says, I'll pay it out of my holidays or sickies. And we said, well, you haven't got any. She has a day or two off every week, and she got no sickies left, no holidays left, and we actually paid her for some that we shouldn't have. And she could take a day, and she was taking a day in advance almost. So, but anyway, not to worry. That was last week, so she turned up 3 days. And on Friday, I was going to have a yarn to her about what we had to have the meeting with the other bit, but come knock off time, she didn't even say g'day or a nothing, and shot through. And oh, fair enough. But look, in fairness, she was like that. If you wanted to know something, you had to ask. She wasn't sort of forthcoming. So, but anyway, today, the day of the meetings, and I didn't have to go to work. Like Judy and Ebony could talk to Kirstine about it. And so we're sitting having brekkie today. It's 5 o'clock this morning, and Judy gets a message through. Yeah, I won't be into work. I've quit today. And then there's this big letter about, oh, well, I'm going to have a baby in a couple of weeks, and I don't know, I just feel like not going in. And what about the meetings and that? Oh, well, you have to sort that yourself. So, so anyway, so the end result of that was because Monday's a busy day, and our other lady Nicole's on an RDA, so I had to go into the shop this morning. So no filming. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday now, and I've just got home from the shop now, and hoping to finish setting up the gearbox. So yeah, I did plan on setting up the gearbox and filming today, but it looks like that's out the window. So, but yeah, people are just rude, I reckon. But anyway, that's me having a whinge. So so the lady come today to sort the books out and to have a check of stuff and work out how Ebony been doing things and all that. And well, it was useless. We were paying, and the idea was to pay a staff member $25 an hour to do it, rather than a subcontracted place $90 an hour to do it, which is what we pay. And so anyway, with the meeting, we're paying them to be at the meeting too. It's pre-arranged and book time, and so we went through a bit of stuff, and I don't know, we're going to have to work it out. And so now I'm getting the other company's staff, one of their juniors, to come in and do the keyboarding and all that sort of stuff. So it's costing us a lot of money. But anyway, the bookkeeping goes from $36,000 a year, which is what we're paying Ebony. She wasn't getting that in her hand, but by the time we put the super on it and all that sort of thing, around 36 grand a year for 5 days a week. 5 hours a day, I'm sorry, for 5 days a week. And so yeah, now we're going to have to pay and get it all sorted out. But the red flags are starting to fly everywhere now, because the first time she wanted to pull the pin on that day, not turn up on today, she knew about the meetings. That was around when we arranged the meetings. So when the meetings were here today and she just didn't turn up, not talk to us, anything like that, just a text message. So now we're going through and we're going to have a look for fraud, what's going on there. So there's some reason she doesn't want to be there, and she was telling Jude the other day that her family, or someone wanted her sister to do this, but once their family make up their mind, they don't do anything. They do what they want. Everyone can get stuffed. Anyway, we're on the get stuffed end. So anyway, so we're looking for fraud, and we're looking for bits and pieces that aren't right, and there may be nothing. It may be just her manner, which she did have a funny manner anyway. Like often you get to a workplace and you say g'day and have a bit of a chat about the birds and the bees and the weather and the cat and the kids and all that sort of thing. Well, she never wanted to do that. She'd just walk in and do her job and walk out again. If you said g'day and hooray on the way, well, you were lucky then. So anyway, no filming today, but I got home to do the stew. I said to Jude at the counter, I says, I'm coming home. She says, oh, are you? And I said, yes, I'm going to film the stew. All right then. So I shot out before anyone could change their mind. The big boss. Okay, now I've had a whinge. I did a bit of purchasing through the week and just something I wanted to do. And I used to buy a lot of tools, now I seem to buy a lot of tractor parts. I haven't got the money for tools, but here's a 5C indexer. And look, I've always wanted one. I've got the full set of 5C collets. I've got the round up to 1 1/16", although I think, and the I've got the hex and the square and all that sort of thing. And I do have a rotary tail, but I just always wanted one of these, you know. And it was, I think it was about 180 bucks for the whole lot. It's made in China for sure. Well, it is. And but yeah, it's in, you know, you can adjust it to 1 degree when you have your 36 holes there. Well, they're 10 degrees, and then you have your range there. And so, say on 10 degrees, you move it 10, then on 15, well, you move it to the 5. So anyway, I was wanting one of these, so I saw one up on, it was on eBay from M&A Tools or something like that. And anyway, I was in the mood, so I bought it. And look, it looks, I haven't dialed it in or anything like that. You know, I haven't run an indicator on the inside edge or anything, but look, it seems pretty good. This is an alloy, that's an alloy screw with a hole in for lube. And that's so when you find your position and you lock it into place, you're not marking this polished shaft here up. And it's got no end plate in it that I can feel. And the pin where it goes in, well, the pin has a taper and the plate has a taper too. So the pin doesn't actually go right through the taper. So you can't get through that way, but it comes through this way and locks in. So to take any rock and roll out of it, if you make sure the pin's engaged fully in that hole, you can't move it at all. I'm quite pleased with all that. What I am thinking of doing though, instead of having the clamps, it's got no slots here, so I am thinking of popping a couple of grooves in here, just so I can put a T-slot in the milling machine. And I've got to see if it works. I haven't sat it there for a fiddle yet, but yeah, I could put a couple of grooves in here and just sit it with a T-slot in the groove of the milling machine and just have a nut and a washer holding it down. A lot simpler. Anyway, we'll see. And this nut to hold the collets in, it's just under here. Well, the pipe is just under the handle. So I'm thinking of levelling that up, and I'm wondering about a nice little project, a bit of a turning project. Now I'm not eating, not sitting there having a beer. I better get in the shed and do shit of a night, I suppose. Oh, not my shed, me little humpy. But I'm thinking of practicing my thread turning and cutting a thread in here and doing the hex and all that with the tool, and making up a collet stop for it. So if I want to do 3 or something, or I want to, I don't know, do something else, I can just pop it in on the collet stop. But anyway, and that's just in the way of a project. It's whether it happens or not, who knows. I'll probably bloody buy another tractor by then. And in the deal with this was the tail stock, tail stock to suit, made in the bloody best Chinese factory you could ever find. Same thing, I reckon. I just don't know if it'll work or not, these slots, but I just reckon it'll be a good idea. And you can tighten, I'll loosen the nut here. See, this hasn't got an alloy nut on it. And yeah, you can just wind him in or out there for indexing, for supporting something. And on my rotary table up the front there, I do have a tail stock to go with it. So look, I could have done the exact amount of work with it, but I just thought, oh well, this, the collets, you can have the four jaw collet, or your square, or your hex, and all that sort of thing. So I thought I'd have a bit of a go at that. And so, but anyway, that's nice. yeah, perhaps this here, it may be sensible to either put a little brass button on the end of that on the tailstock to stop it marking the shaft up. Oh no, well, it doesn't really matter. The tailstock in here has got a piece machined away, so this doesn't actually go on the ground surface here. It goes in, so yeah, not too bad. So anyway, yeah, that was the purchase for the day. I do have a couple of little lathe tools and things. Yeah, the little diamond pointy ones, I can't think of the name of the insert, but I do have a holder for them coming. I found when I was doing some bushes the other day, I could have done with that little pointy bit. So anyway, look, that's been my week. Things haven't gone to plan anywhere really, but that's all right. That's how it goes when you're in the big smoke. And this afternoon I do have an hour or two here now, so I'll probably start up the shed here, and I'll try and get the gearbox mounted up on the trolley and all that for filming next weekend. And the old man's birthday, I'll be 83 on the 23rd. Yeah, and I think it's Mum's birthday, she'll be 83 on the 26th. So I think we're having a bit of a shindig at home here. So Sunday I'll be out, but I might get some work done Saturday. And it all depends. The young bloke and his girlfriend, a young bloke with the grandkids, he's got a new Sheila. Oh, well, he's had it for a couple of years now. And he's been living at home with us, and God, yeah, when your kids move back in, it's different, eh? You've got to wear clothes and everything. So anyway, him and his missus have found a nice house, 3 k's from us, 4 k's from us, or something like that. And so he's going to take the border collie dog with him. That's his. I'll still have old Kelly dog here, but they get the keys to the new place on Saturday. So who knows? I may be shanghaied into helping shift yet. We'll see. But he's cleaned the pool room up, got rid of some of his guitars for us and things like that. And then last weekend he said, "Dad, I might borrow your ute." And I said, "Oh yeah, what are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, we're hiring a trailer, a covered-in trailer to go down to Caboolture, where they have a unit, a storage unit." So they grabbed me ute and went down and did that on Saturday. So this weekend I'm hoping to bloody get some stuff done, but if we don't, we don't. Our customer's actually dropping some axles off this week. He'd like them done next weekend, so we'll see. God, I'd really love to push along with these tractors. I have got a bit of a thing going with possibly another one. A bloke at the show the other day come and asked me about an old, he said, "You want a 135? And I said, "No, go away, I don't." And he said, "Oh look," he says, "this is out of a, there was a mob in town, they made Crichton cane harvesters, and you can Google a Crichton cane harvester, but some of them, the little ones, were built on around a 135 tractor. And they took the hydraulic lift cover off and put a plate on, and they took the front axle out because they used the front axle on the other bit. I haven't seen one for ages myself, but he said, "Look," he said, "I bought this thing, the family bought it to put it up in a high-rise sprayer for the sugar cane, and so they can get across the tall roads." But he said, "Look, we've never done it." He said, "The engine's done 700 hours from new, so this harvester didn't get used a lot, must have been on a small lot." And he said, "It's a multi-power gearbox on it," and he said, "We had that taken to BLM a while ago because the multi-power overruns." And he said, "Their workshop, they welded some gears up inside." And I was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, they welded some gears up. So the multi-power's all been done and it's all good, but it doesn't work." And I said, "Oh, okay." So anyway, he wants to know that I want that. And I said, "Oh, not really." And anyway, he said, "Oh, I need a radiator for me Ford, me 6600. What's that worth?" And I said, "Well, I'll tell you what. Well, bring photos of this thing into me, and I might do a deal with a new radiator for this machine. And I'll have to give him a few bob with it, but it may be a very cheap machine yet. So if it is, I may do it. And one of these 4-cylinder diesel 135s over here, it might get a bloody 3-cylinder Perkins and a multi-power popped in." Who knows? But the back end's supposed to be good, done bugger all miles, so they weren't a thing that went fast. So yeah, we'll just see. Like the panels are rubbish on it. he reckons. And but anyway, just a repower for another project. It may well be worth sitting here. It's not something you would do up as a tractor. But look, it just depends how much is there. He said it hasn't got a front axle under it. And you remember I bought a new front axle for the multi-power here? Hey, whatever. The axle coming out of that, still unbolted. Well, to make a tractor, it may just bolt in the front of this. Look, who knows what bloody goes on. But anyway, that might be in the pipeline. We'll just see. So look, I better stop flapping me gums, and this is going to be a bloody long video. And I'll put a bit of Paul starting his McDonald on the end, and a bit of a walk up and down the custom car show, or well, a classic car is the word I'm looking for. But those are nice cars there. My mate Paul, his little red ute. And yeah, we'll catch up with you next week, eh? And everyone have a good week. We'll just, I'll see if I can get some decent stuff next week. All right, see ya.
Yeah, good behind.
Is that for a bearing crank?
Yeah, bearing. Crank and one more around the other side. Oh no.
We still have residual heat from driving it here? Probably not.
Might have a little bit. Maybe not much.
This is our tractor display. Not many tractors, it's mainly just a car show. And if the wind blows this out, well, we won't bother. We'll just put music on. That's a real early cane harvester.